Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen, and let's look at this spreadsheet here, which is based on level 2 paper. Okay, so we've got our data in front of us. Let's just do some tidying up. Let's make everything a little bit more neat and tidy. Actually, we'll just have a little bit wider. Okay, there. Okay. So, let's just have a look here. So, first of all, let's put our footer in with our name in. Get that done. Dusted is out of the way. There we go. There's the name. View. Normal to get everything back to where we want. Okay. So, sort the data alphabetical order for first name with alphabetical or last name. Okay. It's a little bit tricky, this one. So, sort alphabetical order of first name, alphabetical order of last name. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to sort A to Z. Expand. I'm then going to sort on the second one. And there we go. So we've got our alphabetical name on first and on surname. So it's all done there now. Okay. Again, play that back a few times, have a look at. So we now need to do our total paid. Okay, because again we have time restrictions on the videos we can upload on here onto YouTube. So we need to do the total paid by each member. Okay, the easiest way of doing this equals sum. Highlight all the way across like so. Close. And that'll add all those figures up together. So instead of doing C1 plus D1 plus E for so on and so forth, by doing the C4 colon with G4, it adds everything up in one go. And what I can do is I can just drag down thus. Balance to pay. Okay. So we know that total cost is 350. These figures don't tie up, do they? Have you noticed my deliberate error that I put into here? Okay, because you will do this in the test, because all you'll see is numbers. What I've actually done is told it to start adding up from C4 across to G4. And in fact, I need to be adding up from D4. Okay, so you can see there what I've done. And that can easily be done because all you're seeing is numbers and figures. So, word of caution, be careful. Here we go. Now we have the right formula in. Okay, it's flashed up an error. Don't worry about that, because this time we know we're heading along the right lines because the figures correspond with the total cost down here. And we know by looking at what we've done here, we're where we need to be. Okay, so I'm just going to go ignore error. And let's just see if we can actually do that for all the boxes, like so. There we go, got rid of it. So now we need to do the balance to pay, alright? And that ultimately is going to be that box down there minus total paid up here. So what we're doing is equals sum total cost minus total paid, close the brackets, and there we go. Which doesn't look quite right, does it? So let's go back and double check what we've actually done. And we'll make sure that we actually have gone along the right ways on this one. Okay, so equals sum. What I'll do in this case is actually I'll type in the 350 minus total paid. There we go. Okay, now you may be wondering why I physically put the 350 in. And this is why. Okay? B25. Look what happens when I actually I knock this formula down. And as we start getting the minus figures, it's actually started turning that B26. So it's actually dropping the cells down as well. Okay, so that is why you physically put the number in. Okay, that is why it went wrong at the start. Right, so just be warned about that. If you've got to hone in on a specific cell like that, it may be a case of that when you do the drag and drop here, it starts doing a drag and drop on this cell as well, so that will totally throw the costs out. Okay, so just be advised at that. Make it to be the whole figure minus something or plus something, and then chances are you're going to get it right. Okay, obviously that would have flagged to you anyway potentially in the test, because you start looking thinking, well, the figures don't actually match up. Okay, so sometimes you do have to play with the formulas because you won't remember everything. Okay, so here we go, we've got that. So let's just have a look. Let's do some tidying up. So we'll correct that little error that we had here earlier on. So that's why sometimes it may even be worth looking ahead and seeing what's coming up so you can actually get ahead of the game. Because again, if you've got this currency done straight away here, we wouldn't have accidentally added the age up as well, okay, which we did earlier. And we need to actually put currency there. Done. Okay. So let's just line that up. We'll just do some tidying up whilst we're here. We'll try it in the bold. We'll try it in the bold. We'll try it in the bold. And we'll put it bold. Actually, we'll have that bold as well. Why not? Okay. And I'm going to put my rules around it. In fact, probably not necessarily have to go last name with bold here, because it doesn't need to be, I don't think. Okay, so let's tidy this up. Let's have all the numbers to the right. And we'll have all the other bits to the left. And we'll have that tying up there so it all matches 350 like so. Okay. So what we now need to do is filter payments, show not paid in full. Okay. So let me just check. Have I got anything else to do? Right. So we haven't. So let's just do our filter. Okay. Highlight. Filter. Filter in place. All I need to then do is just take out members not paid in full, take out the 0, and our filters in place. Okay, those that obviously are now still needing to pay. Okay, let's put that back in again. We have all the zeros. Click on that, I remove the zeros. Done. Okay, so that's that aspect of the spreadsheet done there. Okay, now we have a second part of this. Okay, so let's bring this down here, and we've got to go and have a look. Okay, well, we're not going to save the chance. Well, I'll save the chance worksheet when we come to it. Okay, so we've got this part here. Okay, we've got a second spreadsheet. Okay, save chance worksheet. We'll do that in a minute. Okay, so that is actually going to be a graph that we're going to do. Okay, so first of all, let's just do some tidying so we can see where we go. Okay, times in minutes. Seems to partly disappear there, so we'll just do that. There we go. Average it out, bring it out a bit. Okay. So there we go. But we're not really being asked to make this neat and tidy as we have the other ones. Okay. Averages. So do an average equals average brackets. Highlight the times. And what I'll do is that'll put the average in for us. Okay, so here's our average. So it's basically done, basically the mean average. It's taken all of those cells there, added them up, divided by the total amount that gives us the mean average. We'll come to this little sign in a minute. And again, we'll just do a drag and drop. All right. We know the formula's all right because again we double checked our range here. We'll just do ignore. Sometimes Excel will do that. Just it throws you out a little bit. I'm aware of. Okay. So calculate the average time for each member, which we've just done there. The average time. Highlight the member of the lowest average time. Okay. Well, lowest average time jumps out there. Okay. So let's just do that. There's our lowest average. Just highlight it like so. And create a suitable chart to show the average time for each member. Okay. So we shall do surname, average, insert, recommended charts. Here we go. Sort by sum of average by last name, sum of average by last name. Now, interestingly enough, this is just started to do this on my Excel. So it's obviously been through some form of update. You may find that is what it does, average. Okay, so what that we'll do, we'll work on that principle. I'm just going to put average per member. Yeah, there we go. Now it's asked us also, just quickly, to put the chart into a separate worksheet. Okay, so this happens to you. Move chart, new sheet, chart 1, and what I'll do is that will move it in there for you like that. Okay, so then that's how you move the chart in, like so. And again, if you do find yourself needing to do a header footer, let's just double check. We're going to be okay. Okay, but if that does happen, again, we'll just check here. Do we need to do a header footer? Let's do footer quickly. Here we go. So we've got that in there. And just quickly to do our footer in our graph here. Header footer, custom footer. In goes your name. And okay, done. Okay. Now you may find that you do have to put a sample formulas in of what you've actually done. I refer you back to the spreadsheet that I've done previously to this on the YouTube channel. That has some instructions on that. That's a level 1 spreadsheet, but that gives you some instructions how to do that and follow that through. Okay, you may be also asked to show screenshot password. We have that on previous ones as well, and again examples how to print as well. Okay, so hopefully that's useful for you, and again feel free to do pause and play back slowly to help you through with that a bit more.